2022 Mitsubishi Outlander First Drive, impressive. This new crossover SUV is better than anything from Mitsubishi in a long time. The 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander First Drive we've just completed proves the new crossover SUV is the most modern and segment-competitive product to wear the triple diamond crest in at least 15 years. It's not perfect, far from it, but if the slow resuscitation of Mitsubishi Motors in the US is ever going to happen, it will be on the backs of solid SUVs like the new Outlander, and not small sports coupes and rally specials. We're sorry to say it, but it's time to move on, Evo fans. Prior to Nissan taking a controlling stake in the brand back in 2016, its Japanese compatriot appeared content to sit on the fringes of the US market, not bothering to chase competitors such as Honda, Toyota, or, yes, Nissan, for a larger slice of the pie than it already had on its plate. But once Nissan arrived on the scene, it was reasonable to expect the fruits of such a union would slowly lift Mitsubishi from its doldrums. Nissan has gone through its own fair share of shakeups, setbacks, and slumps in the past 5 years, but as that company continues its own stabilization, the relationship between the two automakers should strengthen even further. 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander. What's underneath the 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander is our best barometer for this. Underneath the new Outlander's bold, chrome-laden exterior rest the bones of the current generation Nissan Rogue. Mitsubishi reps were quick with their language when describing the development process behind the car, stating that while the development of the two vehicles began together within the alliance, the two companies eventually diverged to spin their own products from the shared platform. We believe them, but after a few hours in the new 2022 Outlander, we also believe there is a significant amount of Rogue in the Outlander. That's a good thing, though, as while we know Mitsubishi won't trumpet the SUV's Rogue roots, the new 2021 Nissan is itself a vast improvement on its predecessor. There are enough fundamental differences, too, between the two SUVs to render them different products. Chief among them is the Outlander's 3-row, 7-seat configuration not shared by the Rogue, a layout rare among compact and slightly larger tweener SUVs. This Mitsubishi is just such a tweener. It's longer, wider, and taller than the Rogue, Toyota RAV4, and Honda CR-V, but smaller than vehicles in the segment a step up. It's bigger than the outgoing Outlander, too, with an additional 2.0 inches of width and 1.5 inches of height. The wheelbase gains another 1.4 inches, contributing to a legroom stretch of 1.0 inch in front and 1.1 inches in the rear. 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander. Only one powertrain. For now, the new Outlander's sole powertrain configuration is the naturally aspirated 2.5-liter Nissan PR25DD inline-4, offering up a square 181 horsepower and 181 pound-feet of torque through a CVT with 8 simulated forward gears. Front-wheel drive is standard, though Mitsubishi's proprietary SAWC all-wheel drive system is available. Mitsubishi's standout model of late was the plug-in variant of the Outlander, the best-selling plug-in in the world, and Mitsu reps have already confirmed the future arrival of an Outlander PHEV. After some extended seat time in the 2022 Outlander through the hills and highways of Orange County, California, we reckon the PHEV is the one to wait for if you're eco-minded or you're coming from something with more than 200 horsepower. The 181 horses are adequate for pulling the Outlander's almost 2-ton bulk around, but only just. 0 to 60 miles per hour likely falls somewhere in the 8.5-second range when unladen. Of course, we won't know the actual time until we get an example to the test track, but by their very nature, crossover SUVs frequently haul family, friends, dogs, furniture, mulch, luggage, tires, bikes, and whatever. Many people make purchases based on a vehicle's ultimate potential, whether it be a truck, sports car, or SUV, but the dearth of power means there will be a fair share of 2022 Mitsubishi Outlanders who hit their ultimate accelerative potential rather quickly, struggling around at full capacity. 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander. Dynamic standout during this drive, it was just us by our lonesome in a loaded SEL SAWC model test vehicle. The CVT is as smooth and seamless in operation as any other similar transmission, but as with many other CVT-equipped powertrains, the experience is tarnished by the CVT's insistence on holding the four-cylinder at high RPM. It casts a spotlight on the poorly dampened engine sound, which has an echoing mechanical quality when you put the gas pedal to the floor. With only 181 horsepower and a whole load to haul around, you're going to floor it often.